catch me if I fall.
Good evening and welcome to Europa League Live this Thursday night here on LFS as Liverpool take on Atalanta in the quarter-finals first legs. All four quarter-final first legs here live tonight from 8 o'clock. We'll update you on all four of those, including two English teams in action, Liverpool and West Ham. Also, another English side in action tonight. Aston Villa are in the Europa Conference League knockout stages, and they're facing Lille tonight at Villa Park. That's also an 8 o'clock kickoff, and we'll update you on what is happening in that game. So the four quarterfinals of the Europa Leagues are as follows. The AC Milan will face AS Roma. Benfica take on Marseille. Bayer Leverkusen, unbeaten this season, 42 games without defeat, take on David Moyes' West Ham in Leverkusen tonight. And Atalanta are the visitors to Anfield as Liverpool take on the Bergamo Italians. So, kick-off from all four of those games is 8 o'clock tonight. Let's have a look at tonight's team news here at Anfield. Jurgen Klopp has made quite a number of changes tonight. He keeps Caoimhín Kelleher in goal, of course. A back four of Joe Gomez at right back, Ibrahima Konate, Virgil van Dijk, the centre-back partnership, and Kostas Tsimikas at left back. In midfield is Wataru Endo, Alexis McAllister, who retain their places in the middle, with Curtis Jones, who made an appearance against Manchester United at the weekend, starts for the first time since returning from injury. And a front three of Cody Gakpo, Harvey Elliott and Darwin Núñez leading the line for Liverpool this evening. Virgil van Dijk, of course, the captain. A strong bench for Liverpool, some injury returnees with Jota, Alexander-Arnold and Stefan Bajcetic all making the bench. Alongside them is Adrian Diaz, Szoboszlai, Salah, who drops to the bench tonight. Robertson, Gravenberch, Clark, Quansah and Bradley on the bench for Liverpool tonight. For the travelling Atalanta and Gianpiero Gasparini's side start with Juan Musso in goal. We think a back five of David Zapacosta, Martin de Roon, the captain, Isaac Hein, Berat Jimsiti, Matteo Ruggeri in a back five, Ederson and Mario Pasalic in midfield, Teun Koopmeiners in the more attacking role, and a front two of Charles de Ketelaere and Gianluca Scamacca leading the line for Atalanta. On the bench for them tonight is Carnesecchi, Rossi, Toloi, Bonfanti, Bakker, Adopo, Holm, Hateboer, Lukman, Miranchuk and Toure all on the bench. It's Liverpool and Atalanta. The last 8 of the Europa League starts right here tonight, and for all 8 sides in action with 8 o'clock kickoffs. It's bound to be a great night of European football. Kick-off from Anfield is next. Good evening and welcome to Europa League Live this evening with me, Kevin Ferris, here tonight at Anfield, where Liverpool take on Atalanta in the Europa League knockout stages. Of course, the last 8, the quarter-finals, both of these sides will be hoping for a place in the semis. Atalanta, only their 5th time in a European quarter-final. Liverpool, they're used to this time of the year, being in these types of competitions and these types of high-pressured moments, and especially under Jurgen Klopp's reign. here at Anfield. That will be coming to an end this season, but he'll be hoping to go out with a bang and another European trophy under his belt. Only 5 wins separate Liverpool from another European trophy, and that countdown starts here tonight in Anfield, in what could be, if they go out in this round, Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp's last a European game at Anfield as Liverpool manager. Though we hoping that does not happen tonight, as we are underway at Anfield. Liverpool in their, of course, all red home kits. Atalanta in their away kit of all white this evening. We were unsure as to what colour they would go for. I was expecting blue, but they've decided to go against that and to go for white in the end. An early pressure from Darwin Núñez there forces the keeper Musso into putting it out for a Liverpool throw-in early on here on this right-hand side. We're underway in Leverkusen this evening between Bayer Leverkusen and West Ham. We'll keep an eye on that game for you on the left-hand side of your screen, and then, of course, we will update you if anything changes elsewhere as well. As Liverpool all the way back with their keeper, Kevin Kelleher. Konate. Here's Wataru Endo. Goes long, looking for Núñez. Second ball picked up by Elliott. Plays it off to Curtis Jones. Now Kostas Tsimikas. Down the left flank. Nice infield touch by Gakpo. Battling there, but holds on. Finds Endo. Now Gakpo again. Through the lines. Here's Núñez. In the box. Just lost control of the ball and couldn't really track it all the way through there, Darwin Núñez. But a nice move by Liverpool on the break. Good work from Gakpo to spin away from his marker Zappacosta, linking up with Endo, and then Gakpo just driving through the middle, using that central ability, that strength to break through the centre of Atalanta, and plays it to Darwin Núñez, but Núñez couldn't keep a hold of it. But a positive early start for the home side here at Anfield this evening. Of course, youthful exuberance in the Liverpool side tonight, and of course Harvey Elliott has been performing incredibly well in a Liverpool shirt this season, and of course he was talking before kick-off this evening. We were listening into an interview here that came out today with Harvey Elliott, and he talked about how he's not a young player anymore, and he doesn't want to be classed as one, and he wants to really kind of solidify his kind of place in this Liverpool team this season. And of course tonight is a perfect opportunity to try and do that, as Atalanta win the ball back. The referee's not giving a free kick there, and they're in the box here. Liverpool messing about at the back, and he's missed the target. What a chance for Pasalic in the middle. I couldn't believe. I think it's gone for a corner, but see it here, Elliott tracking back towards his own goal. He's just clipped at the heels there by Durun, and then it finds its way into the box, and Pasalic into the 6-yard box. I don't even know. I think Jurgen Klopp's more surprised at the fact that there was no free kick given, but ultimately Liverpool had to play on and had to deal with the situation, and ended up Kevin Kelleher had to put it wide for the corner. Big moments for the early on for the Liverpool keeper. Chance here to whip a ball in. Koop Miners to take the corner for Atalanta. Whipped into the box. Away by Gakpo. Kept alive now. Koop Miners. Through the lines. Finds Zappacosta. Zappacosta with a cross. Away by Gomez. Not a bad ball into the box there. Is the handball from the Atalanta defender. But Núñez battling. Finds Gakpo now. Núñez. Núñez is through. Darwin Núñez on the counter, trying to go for goal, but from the tight angle, Musso came flying across and got the grab on the ball, but Liverpool bursting away on the break there. Gakpo playing in Núñez after the referee gave the advantage of a handball against Atalanta and allowed Liverpool the advantage, and they ended up with a shot on target after that from Darwin Núñez. Frantic early start here at Anfield. 4 minutes gone, and there's been action at both ends in the early stages. Konate, nice ball in behind. Here's Harvey Elliott on the chase. Elliott in the box. Elliott with a cutback, and the shot is over the bar from Alexis McAllister. But again, really nice move. Just one ball over the top. by Liverpool in behind, and Elliott bursting down that right hand side and gets to the byline, cuts it back to an on-running McAllister, and McAllister just getting his kind of leaning back in when he takes a strike with the left boot, and it just going over the bar. But a good move again by Liverpool, quick movements, fast-paced counter-attacking football. On the break, Liverpool look really threatening early doors as they put it out for a throw in there. Wataru Endo, so a throw into Atalanta on the left-hand side. No goals elsewhere this evening to tell you about in any of our other games that we're watching in the Europa League or in the Europa Conference League as well at Villa Park. Chip ball forward there from Ruggieri, and it goes straight out of play for a Liverpool goal kick. Well, of course, remember, Atalanta got to this stage after beating Sporting in the last 16. Remember, Sporting's manager has been in the talk of the town here in Anfield and around these streets. Ruben Amorim has been the talk of maybe taking over the job of Liverpool manager next season. He's kind of put those rumours to bed that he's not talking about his future or hasn't thought about his future in an interview. Lovely close control by Gakpo, who's actually taken down in the end there, and it's really nice from Cody Gakpo to win the free kick there for Liverpool. That's what he's known for, that close control, that breaking the lines, that finding those gaps. And there he is again, finds the gap again. Elliott now switches out to the left. Look at the space for Tsimikas here. Tsimikas with a deep cross to the back post, but too deep from Kostas Tsimikas. He's known for those whipped balls, but that time didn't get the full curl on it that he would have wanted. Whipped it and just a bit too deep into the box, too far away from anyone in there to try and threaten. But again, Liverpool do look threatening early on. Do look at a real cause for concern in these early doors for the Atalanta defence. Canati up for the header. Endo having to rescue. Gomez to fire it down the line. One for Nunez to chase, but bounces out of play for an Atalanta throw inside the visitors' half. Of course, remember these two sides have met in European competition previously, back in the Champions League, back in the 2020-2021 season, when they played each other in the group stages. Liverpool absolutely unleashed themselves on Atalanta in Bergamo, winning by 5-0. But the last time they played each other here at Anfield in front of no fans, back in November 2020, Atalanta emerged victorious that night, winning by 2-0. Different competition, different eras, and 3.5 years on, very different kind of outsets between these sides right now. And Liverpool have another free kick here on the right-hand side this time. High up on the right, Van Dijk's drifted into the box. It's McAllister and Tsimikas over it. McAllister with a signal. McAllister with a right-footed cross. Up by Ruggieri and straight into the hands of Musso in the box there for Atalanta. As they try and play out from the back here. Liverpool on the press again as Musso just fires it long as he received it back, and then they jump from Scamacca. Just couldn't keep it in play. Liverpool throw on the right-hand side. Of course, Gianluca Scamacca, former West Ham United player, has been performing 3 goals in his last 3 Europa League appearances, Scamacca, so in fine form in this competition. When he did get going in that West Ham side, he was a threat, but wasn't in a long enough period of time to really cause a massive threat for West Ham. It's Koopmeiners marshalled out of play there by Van Dijk, behind for the Liverpool goal kick, but Gianluca Scamacca, an impressive forward at times when he does get on form, but consistency could be an issue, as it is with all forwards. Consistency can be a problem. Form is the hardest thing to keep. It's easy to lose and go out of form, but very difficult to stay in form, stay confident as a forward. Queeving Kelleher in the box here for Liverpool, goes long. Nunez holding up, and second ball won by Gomez. Gakpo trying to find the run of Nunez, but well blocked off by Hain. But Luke, good work again from Liverpool to win it back. Elliott across to Tsimikas. Heavy first touch by Kostas Tsimikas, but he keeps it in. Bit short to Gakpo. He does well to hold on as Tsimikas goes back to Van Dijk, who goes back to Kelleher. Have to say, Liverpool playing confident early doors, and can't blame them, but at the same time, Atalanta still trying to press high as Tsimikas. Speaking of that Atalanta press, they pressed very high there, and a foul given against Zappacosta that time on the press. Just catching Kostas Tsimikas there. And the ball was already well gone, so it will be a free kick to Liverpool. A referee this evening, by the way, is Halil Umut Miller from Turkey. His 13th Europa League game as a referee. Has some experience in the Europa Conference League as well. Champions League, 10 Champions League games. Over 100 games in Turkey. 160 games in Turkey, to be exact. As here's space for Atalanta. Zappacosta whips it into the box. Back flick. And cleared away by Liverpool in the box. Getting bodies in the way, but that was a really nice move by Atalanta. Coop Miners, and then the touch from Scamacca lets him away with it. But Liverpool looked vulnerable there down that right-hand side. Or down their left-hand side. They broke free there, Atalanta. As Nunez trying to run him behind, just offside. But again, good move by Atalanta. Liverpool getting bodies back in the box, but it's a nice cross by Zappacosta, flicked back by De Ketelaere, and then the shot from Koopmeiners straight at one of the Liverpool defenders. And then Liverpool trying to take it out from midfield. Curtis Jones gets pressed, he loses out, and then Scamacca just lets the ball run, couldn't take it in a stride and take the touch, which gets him out of trouble, and gets Liverpool out of trouble as De Ketelaere wins it back. Van Dijk on the press. Zappacosta now. Zappacosta with a cross. Scamacca was up there, but Konate got ahead of him. Positive there from Atalanta. Good reaction. As Kostas Tsimikas with a challenge. And a foul on De Ketelaere, which will be an Atalanta free kick. Threatening from the visiting side. That's the thing, it's a quite open early start here in this game. Both sides looking to pose a threat. Both sides playing with confidence. And Atalanta have a chance to get another delivery into the box. Koopmeiners to take again. Height in there. Left-footed delivery by Koopmeiners. A lot of height in that one. And too high. Far too high for anyone in there. And Liverpool get off the hook with an awful free kick there from Koopmeiners. Look at the press. They're on the edge of the Liverpool's 18-yard box. Scamacca trying to sneak in. McAllister. Konate. Back to Kelleher again, who has a bit more space now. But again, Liverpool are not going to shy away from playing out from the back. Although Kelleher, just as I say that, goes long. Saw Nunez on the run. Tsimikas won the header. Bit of scrambling from Atalanta there. Not the most convincing in possession, and have to scramble it away for a throw into Liverpool. Just looked a bit unsettled there in the middle, Atalanta. Endo under pressure. Back to Van Dijk. To Konate. Through the middle to Nunez. Lays it off to Tsimikas. Now Curtis Jones. Linking up. Endo battling. Does really well. Finds Jones. Nice in behind ball. Here's Nunez. I couldn't get it on target there, Darwin Nunez. But lovely run in behind. Perfectly weighted ball by Curtis Jones. See it here again. Just Endo does the dirty work. Jones with a lovely weighted ball in behind. And Nunez just panics. Tries to chip the keeper and he completely mishits it off target. The keeper's come wide and I think he's kind of distracted himself there, Darwin Nunez. A bit unlike him, well. Should have done a lot better there, Nunez. At least got it on target. Throw in from Liverpool. Jones has his pocket picked. But again, the press from Liverpool to try and pin Atalanta in. And they get a bit of a push there from McAllister. And Atalanta will get the free kick. One or two goals to tell you about from around the grounds in the European competitions tonight. Aston Villa have taken the lead at Villa Park against Lille. Ollie Watkins with the goal set up by John McGinn. Club Brugge have also taken the lead in Belgium tonight in Bruges against PAOK. PAOK. Also in the Europa Conference League, they're leading by a goal to nil. Bruges Vedlesen with the goal. And the first goal of the night in the Europa League as well. It is Benfica who lead Marseille by a goal to nil. Rafa Silva with a goal. Benfica in front. As Liverpool come forward again. Jones nicks it forward. Finds Gakpo. Gakpo trying to find the run of Nunez. But Nunez was nowhere near that one. I think that pass wasn't the correct decision from Gakpo, but he does well to win it back again. Gakpo. Stretching was Endo, but dealt with it well. Gakpo now. Finds Wataru Endo again. Tsimikas on the left. Quick one-touch football from Liverpool at times. Very attacking start from both teams, and that's what we like to see. We've seen a glut of goals in the Champions League over the last two nights. Hoping for a glut of goals here tonight. Not only in this game, but across the Europa League tonight. Though all four fixtures. McAllister under pressure, taken down. The referee is going to give Liverpool a free kick. Allows them to take it quickly. Tsimikas has nowhere to run though. Has to go back to Endo. Virgil van Dijk. Long ball. Diagonal looking for Jones, but just too much on that one from Van Dijk. Goes out for a throw in on the far side. Jurgen Klopp just trying to figure one or two things out there on the sidelines, just watching on. Atalanta with a throw in, but Liverpool again win it back. They'll get another one though, because that ball cascaded off Curtis Jones. Another goal to tell you about in the Europa League, this time in Milan, and it's AS Roma who have taken the lead. The all-Italians battle there in Milan this evening, and AC Milan behind. Gianluca Mancini with the goal for Roma to put Roma ahead in that one. So it is AC Milan 0, AS Roma 1. So both games that we're watching still goalless here at Anfield and in the Bayer Arena in Germany this evening. As battling there and caught in possession was Joe Gomez, but he wins the Liverpool throw-in. At times, I have to say, I don't want to be too critical early doors here of either team, but at times Liverpool just look a bit lethargic once or twice in possession. A couple of times I've just seen them with Atalanta on the press. Liverpool are just a bit second to a couple of things, and there we go again. Jones just a second late to that, and now Atalanta have a throw-in. And those are the type of things in a Jurgen Klopp system that if you're just that bit second late, you're just not clicking, that things just don't go your way, and the opposition will have an opportunity. Zappacosta with a throw-in. Nice link up with Koopmeiners. Good move down the right hand side is De Ketelaere, but battling with Simicas. And Endo comes away with the ball. Tip forward to Nunez, linking up with Curtis Jones. Now Gomez through the middle. And Gomez taken out there. A Liverpool free kick. Simicas. Van Dijk. McAllister. Now Konate. Liverpool controlling the possession, 64% of the ball for the home side after 20 minutes here at Anfield. 3 shots, 1 on target. Last time out in the Europa League at Anfield, Liverpool found themselves by this point. They were 4-0 up against Sparta Prague. They ended up winning that game 6-1 back around about a month ago on the 14th of March. That was the second leg of their round of 16 tie. They ended up winning that on an aggregate scoreline of 11-2, which was, you would have to say, absolutely sensational. Different opposition, different quality of opposition in Atalanta tonight. Another Liverpool free kick, and high in this time again. The pull on Gakpo. Yeah, it's just, he was nowhere near the ball and just pulling Cody Gakpo back there. Gives Liverpool the free kick. Konate back to Kelleher. You can see Liverpool certainly have control of the game, but the moment, I have to say, since that frantic start, it's died down a bit. It's Kelleher with a long ball down the left-hand side, trying to find Simicas, but the bounce didn't help Liverpool there. And Edison will just follow that one out. And Zappacosta will get it for the throw-in on the right-hand side for Atalanta, deep in his own half. Home crowd cheering their side on inside Anfield tonight on this European night that Liverpool are so well known for. European nights at Anfield on this ground can be something special. Have had their special touch over the years. Once under Jurgen Klopp, one big memory in the Europa League here at Anfield was that comeback win against Dortmund back in 2016, the route to the final that season, where they ended up losing the final ultimately in Jurgen Klopp's first season to Sevilla in the final, who are absolutely unstoppable in this competition. Sevilla, not in it this season, of course. We're in the Champions League this season. Curtis Jones, lovely switch ball, finds Elliott, but the touch from Harvey Elliott wasn't great there. Just allowed it to bounce out, and Atalanta will get the throw. Those diagonal balls haven't been perfect as well for Liverpool so far tonight. And the Italians visiting tonight, waving those scarves in the away allocation inside Anfield. Of course, youth is a big part of Liverpool and their regeneration, their kind of rejig. And they do have youth at the heart of what they do, Liverpool. Two of which tonight, I mean, Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones, experience, you would have to say, with the amount of games that they've played for Liverpool. They're experienced footballers, but compared to age comparisons, they are still quite young bucks in terms of the way that, in their careers especially, they've been lighting up Liverpool for the last 3-4 years, the two players. Curtis Jones, of course, an academy graduate here at this club, one of many. Harvey Elliott, of course, signed from Fulham. That's a foul there. on Darwin Nunez. And a first yellow card of the night will come the way of Isaac Keane. So a yellow card for him. And a free kick for Liverpool. High up on the left-hand side. Yellow card there. And he's already given away 1 or 2 fouls already tonight, Ian. So maybe accumulation of those fouls is what gets him the first yellow card of the night. 25 minutes gone at Anfield. Liverpool 0, Atalanta 0. Liverpool the more threatening. They have a chance here. Kostas Tsimikas and Alexis McAllister on the left-hand side of the box. Try and whip a ball in to threaten from this set piece. Whistle goes. Tsimikas, left-footed ball to the back post. Headed away. Chested down by Elliott. Still in the box. Elliott! Oh! Off the inside of the crossbar and out. And how unfortunate for Harvey Elliott, who gets a round of applause from the Anfield crowd. But just for a moment, you thought that was going to drop into the net. Off the crossbar, bounced back out away from goal. The keeper was well beaten. It looked like it was soaring towards that far corner. Mo Salah-esque, that type of strike. Just unfortunate for Harvey Elliott there. It didn't find the back of the net, but that's as close as any of the two sides have come to scoring in the first 26 minutes. And a lovely attempt from Harvey Elliott. Good work by Tsimikas. Of course, Harvey Elliott's been involved in quite a number of big goals this season. One that comes to mind, that winning goal against Crystal Palace earlier in the season. That winning goal at Selhurst Park. He pops up in big moments as well and gets big goals for Liverpool. Came onto the pitch and won the penalty that secured Liverpool a draw against Manchester United at the weekend. Always has an impact, especially off the bench, but he's in the 11 tonight and starts and is already having an impact and linking up. Lovely work from Liverpool there. Gakpo off the left, driving in field, overstepped his mark but keeps the ball. Finds Elliott. He's switched out to the left for the moment. Gakpo. Tsimikas on the spin, but didn't realise there was very little space left on the pitch there and spun it out of play. Just seeing the replay of that, so unfortunate. It comes off the crossbar. Lovely strike with his left boot. Off the crossbar and then off the inside of the post and back out. He hit the woodwork twice there, Harvey Elliott. So unfortunate. But we love that. Moments like that. He's taken down by McAllister there. He was also taken down, which will give Liverpool another free kick. This time it was Darun that committed that foul. And I have to say, Liverpool, their dominance is growing, their confidence is growing, and they're being more commanding on the ball now. Here's Nunez, gets to the byline, chips it across. Curtis Jones trying to curl one. Tried to go for the far right corner. This one just a bit further off target, but again, those combinations for Liverpool working out. Stretching the Atalanta defence and then switching it across, finding the space on the opposite side, and this time just a strike from Curtis Jones, a curler. Just couldn't squeeze into the top right corner, but just a bit high and wide from Jones. When we talk about Harvey Elliott's impact, Curtis Jones was a starter in the Liverpool 11 earlier in the season before that injury. Was one of the first names on the team sheet with his incredible performances in the Liverpool side, and just as he was getting that great performances, that injury came along for Curtis Jones, and it's his first start tonight since that injury. Of course, as I mentioned, did make that appearance at the weekend, but it's his first outing from the first whistle since his injury. Endo with a header. followed up by an Elliott header, and then Nunez with a third header in a row. Liverpool do keep the possession, but have to retreat for the moment as Konate goes back to Kelleher. Just to retain the ball. Keep possession for the moment. Endo. Van Dijk across to Kelleher again. Still goalless in the game at the Bayer Arena this evening. We're watching as well between Bayer Leverkusen and West Ham United. At the moment, Leverkusen, of course, second favourites to lift this trophy at the end of the season. Will be their only trophy to lift this season, of course, just awaiting. They match Bayern Munich's result at the weekend, and they will be crowned champions of the Bundesliga. Bayer Leverkusen, maybe one eye on that those celebrations at the weekend. It's only a matter of time before they do lift the Bundesliga and end Bayern Munich's 11-year run of lifting the trophy. And Leverkusen not able, although dominant start, just looking at the stats, 80% possession, 13 shots, 4 on target. West Ham are absolutely have an onslaught against them here at the moment. Everything has been Leverkusen up to that point, but nothing to find the breakthrough. And David Moyes' side clinging on to that goalless scoreline at this moment in time in Leverkusen. But no guarantees, very little guarantees that they will be able to complete that this evening. Lovely work by Gakpo. Just the ball forward was just a bit too much, but beautiful again. That physicality from Gakpo, something that in recent times he's been criticised for, has been too easily beaten off the ball, and seemingly at the moment, from what we've seen in the first 30 minutes, back to what we know that Cody Gakpo can deliver in that area of the pitch. Just that the ball forward was just a bit off that one. Just too much on it from Cody Gakpo, and Harvey Elliott couldn't get anywhere near chasing that one. Endo fires forward. Atalanta win the first header over the head of McAllister. It bounces behind Van Dijk, but lays it off to Tsimikas, who clears it away. Allows Liverpool to engage their counter press, and here comes Curtis Jones to prime press Musso, who goes long first time. Konate wins the first header. Hean wins the second. Atalanta bring the ball down on the floor. Darun spins away from his marker, does well to beat that Liverpool press. Space for Dimshiti to find Zappacosta. Jim City, apologies. Liverpool win the throw-in though, with Curtis Jones. Gakpo steps away from his man, lays it off to Gomez now. Space for Liverpool. Gomez with the ball in, bit short. Elliott retrieves, but only for the moment. It's now Atalanta on the break down the left. Covered over by Konate. Van Dijk trying to battle with De Ketelaere. Seeing him wide does Virgil van Dijk, and De Ketelaere battling. Loses that battle, and Konate wins Liverpool the throw-in. It's good physicality from Liverpool at the back, but Van Dijk's not happy that he had to get to that position and had to do that job. Shaking his head at one of his teammates there, a bit further forward. As we see the first set of Liverpool players sent out for an early warm-up. One of which, Diogo Jota, returning from injury. Liverpool fans have talked about how they've missed him and his clinical edge that he adds to the Liverpool team. Clinical finishing ability. Highly regarded as one of the best finishers in Liverpool's squad in terms of the most clinical, most natural of finisher. It's Jota. Salah with a pure output. Top class, of course, no doubts. Neither of them in the 11 tonight. Both on the bench. You never know. Later, the latter stages, we might see either of them. Nunez trying for the 1-2. Give and go with McAllister there, but again, offside flag up against Darwin Nunez. Allows Atalanta the breather again. 11 minutes gone. or 11 minutes to go, sorry, in the first half. Liverpool 0, Atalanta 0 at Anfield. Number of players out there for Liverpool warming up, including Salah, Robertson as well. Good work from Tsimikas, battles to win the ball back. Now Konate, space to break forward. Ends up going into midfield and then giving it back to Joe Gomez on the halfway line. Endo. A couple of times tonight. Just dropping in as an auxiliary centre-back at times there. Wataru Endo dropping in between Konate and Van Dijk, as we usually see with the kind of defensive midfielder at times. A 4-3-3 system. 10 minutes of the first half to go. 0-0. Liverpool in control, but only one shot on target. I've hit the woodwork twice, both from the same effort. Would you believe? Here's Curtis Jones. Back to Van Dijk. Elliott. Back to Endo, and now back to Kelleher again. McAllister. Konate. McAllister. High press from Atalanta. Once again, they're really not shying away from that high press. Atalanta here at Anfield. Pushing on, but again, at times, that can be a killer. As if Liverpool do break past that press, if there's space in midfield and in the higher areas for Liverpool to try and exploit Atalanta, and multiple times in the game that we've seen that. Another offside there against Atalanta. Tried to play it nicely, quickly down the right hand side, but miles offside. No doubts, no questions about that one. Here's Konate striding through, plays the ball in behind Nunez, not with the greatest first touch, but he does shield the ball. Looking to switch the possession, looking to find Gomez. It was a bit on his heels there, Gomez, and didn't expect the challenge from Scamacca. As McAllister trying to battle the Italian for the ball, and in the process committing the foul on Gianluca Scamacca, and Atalanta get the free kick. Again, those free kicks, Liverpool dealing with them and winning the first balls, but weren't able to keep the possession there. Home side. Here's Zappacosta. Flag stays down here this time. Zappacosta cuts it back. Shot! And it's found its way in. Gianluca Scamacca. And a shock at Anfield as Atalanta take the lead. One cross from Zappacosta, and Liverpool were warned of this earlier in the game. The break down the right hand side, this time not offside. Zappacosta squares it across the box, and Gianluca Scamacca inside the 18-yard box with a fairly simple strike. Kelleher doesn't cover himself in glory in the Liverpool goal, and Atalanta find themselves ahead. Break down the right hand side. Liverpool don't recover anywhere near in time. No one gets out to Zappacosta. And then Scamacca just strides onto the ball, right-footed finish, and Kelleher should do a lot better there. But Atalanta find the breakthrough and break the deadlock at Anfield. Liverpool 0, Atalanta 1. What a goal for Scamacca. 4 goals in 7 Europa League matches this season. 4 in his last 4. Spock talked about his fine form. It's not that Liverpool haven't been warned about that. Not about just his threat, but the threat from Atalanta down that right-hand side. And the game just in a bit of a lull in the last 5 minutes. And that benefited Atalanta there, and they've now taken that advantage, taken that opportunity. And now it's all about how Liverpool respond. Kelleher goes long. Liverpool not engaging, not winning the ball there, but good challenge by Endo. Now Jones. Again, looking forward but not knowing what's behind him. And now Atalanta trying to squeeze it through, but broken apart by McAllister. Gomez. Again, that's what I meant earlier in the game when I talked about Liverpool just being a second late to a couple of things. Just a bit dazed at times, Liverpool. Here's Konate. Nice work to break away into midfield. Lays it off to Gomez. Space on the right-hand side for Joe Gomez. Spreads it out to Elliott. Elliott with a cross into the box. Too high from Harvey Elliott. And it goes behind for the Atalanta goal kick. Again, every time I see it, it looks worse and worse for the Liverpool goalkeeper. It's not the most kind of venomous of strikes. It's one that I'd say Caoimhín Kelleher will be disappointed that he didn't deal with. Probably should have parried it away, but squeezed its way through, snuck into the net past the Irishman. Liverpool find themselves behind at Anfield. Liverpool, they do know they've won all 4 games at Anfield in the Europa League this season. Tsimikas just a bit lax there again. Does recover, but again gives it away momentarily. Endo on the rescue. But again, the press from Atalanta is vicious. Good work though to play it out. Gomez, now Elliott. Run of Jones is just covered over quite easily there by Pasalic, who lays it off to Hien again and try and get Atalanta forward. So we're into the last few minutes before half time. Liverpool 0, Atalanta 1. Here at Anfield. This Europa League quarter-final first leg. As I was saying, Liverpool have won all 4 Europa League games at home this season. 3 group stage ones, and of course that 6-1 win here against Sparta Prague. End of the last month. The first half where they've had chances, Liverpool, but at times just find themselves caught lacking on 1 or 2 occasions, and especially on that goal. Endo with a poor ball. Gomez goes to chase, gives it away. Now the run down the left-hand side for Ruggieri, who wins Atalanta the corner. But again, 1 or 2 poor moments, and Liverpool just cannot be that open, that kind of lax in possession, because Atalanta's press will just win the ball back time and time again and try and break on Liverpool. They've had some success, Gasparini's side, in these early moments in this first half. Another corner, left-footed delivery, away by McAllister. Goes long, as Atalanta will recover at the back. Try and go for the wide options. Zappacosta again. Miles of space on that right-hand side. This time his touch lets him down, but that's something they need to watch. Sorry, De Ketelaere, apologies. The touch lets him down, but the space on that right-hand side, no matter who it is, Liverpool are being caught out in that area. It's the space in between Van Dijk and Tsimikas. It's where the gap is. And Atalanta just trying to exploit that while they can. Here is Kostas Tsimikas. Rolls it infield and then just plays it straight to an Atalanta player. McAllister has no chance, and then the cross comes in, but straight into Kelleher's hands. But a few misplaced passes. Gomez. Elliott under pressure again. And then they steal it away, Atalanta. Now the space here is Koopmeiners. Ketelaere trying to squeeze it through, but again Liverpool crowded out. But time and time again, I mean, I'm sure Liverpool probably will be wishing for half-time here because they're ending this half really poorly. The side have just really gone off the boil massively at the end of the last 10 minutes of this first half. Is completely different to what we've seen in Liverpool in the first 35 minutes. It's just really, I mean, for want of a better phrase, just really slow. It's like not Liverpool at all. Really, really slow. 1 added minute at the end of this first half, where Liverpool find themselves 1-0 down, still goalless in Leverkusen this evening between Bayer Leverkusen and West Ham, the only Europa League game out of the 4 quarter-finals that remain goalless. All other 3 games have at least 1 goal. Here's Coop Miners. Big save by Kelleher, who come flying out. But again, Liverpool, so much space. Zappacosta. Coop Miners. Forced into the corner. And it will be a Liverpool goal kick. But again, where were all the Liverpool players? Coop Miners had so much space. And questions will be asked at half-time because far too easy. I mean, where is Kostas Tsimikas here? Tsimikas is basically playing left midfield. He's a left back. And he's left a gaping hole in Liverpool's defence there. Half-time then as the whistle goes from the Turkish referee. And that is the first half come to a conclusion. A first half I'm sure Liverpool, on the grand scheme of things, I'm sure will want to forget. But in moments, they were much the better side and should have probably taken the lead themselves. But it is half-time and they find themselves trailing. Half-time at Anfield in this Europa League quarter-final first leg. It is Liverpool 0, Atalanta 1.
Catch me if I fall.
Welcome back to LFS, the Europa League Live. Half-time in the Europa League quarter-final first legs. It is two of the 4 games are half-time. The 2 that we're watching have come to an end. The other 2 still in action. Half-time as well in the Europa Conference League. In that game in the north. Also, in the northeast, in Birmingham, as Aston Villa take on Lille. It is Aston Villa 1, Lille 0. Ollie Watkins' goal the difference between the 2 sides at half-time. In the Europa League, as I mentioned, Leverkusen 0, West Ham 0. Parity is the watchword. Deadlock is the watchword. No breakthrough for either team in that first half. To say either team is a bit of a kind of flattering of West Ham, to be honest. Massive flattering of West Ham. The stats from that first half. Leverkusen have absolutely dominated. 76% possession. 18 shots from Leverkusen in that first half, 5 of which on target. Compared to West Ham's 24% possession. 1 shot, 1 on target for David Moyes' side, who are really to say they're trying to contain Leverkusen would be an understatement. They are massively trying to contain Xabi Alonso's side, and they are doing so, credit to them, at half-time, which is a positive, I'm sure, for David Moyes. Not many positives for Jurgen Klopp to look at from that first half, really, in the grand scheme of things. They find themselves 1-0 down, Liverpool, at half-time, and Atalanta, arguably, in moments, looked threatening and find their chance with a break down the right-hand side. And I talked about in that first half multiple times about Liverpool's frailties in those wide areas. I mean, defensively, left-back wise, and look, I never like to kind of single out a player because it's a team game, and if the team aren't playing well, you need to step up. But there's a weak link, let's be honest. And so far, the majority, if not all, of Atalanta's main attacks have come down the right-hand side. And I have to be honest, Kostas Tsimikas looks well out of it. I mean, even in that chance which Koopmeiners had just before half-time, I was astonished. I couldn't believe the fact that a left-back was so advanced when his team are defending, and he's just jogging back. I'm baffled by that. That would be the kind of main that I would say in that first half of what the biggest negative for Liverpool, because Atalanta have had two big chances. Two massive chances. Scamacca's goal and then that Koopmeiners chance just before half-time. Liverpool well off the ball in the last 10 minutes. Nowhere near where they were in the first 35 minutes. And Atalanta took advantage of that. Clearly, Liverpool just couldn't string 2 or 3 passes together. They were giving the ball away in those areas. Atalanta, their press worked fantastically well. But the lack of kind of, kind of accuracy from the passing from Liverpool, they just weren't getting them on to their teammates, and they was giving it away time and time again. And it would be disappointing for Jurgen Klopp at half-time because his side started really, really well, and it looked like Liverpool were completely and utterly dominant in the early 20-30 minutes. But after that, Atalanta found their wave, and they took advantage, and they got their goal from Gianluca Scamacca. 4 goals in 4 appearances in the Europa League, or 4 in his last 4, 4 in 7 in total. So he's hit a right run of form in this competition, and has got another one tonight at Anfield. Liverpool at the moment questions to answer in that second half, because in terms of stats, they've dominated possession. Liverpool 70% possession to Atalanta's 30%, but you would be a fool to say that Liverpool wouldn't dominate possession at home, and I'm sure Gianpiero Gasperini would have had that well marshalled off, and his side will know that they would have had less of the ball, know that they'd have to pick their moments, and that they've done. Liverpool 5 shots, 1 on target. Atalanta 4 shots, 3 on target. So that is the definition of when you do get your chances, they're being accurate and they're taking them. 2 corners, both Atalanta corners. Liverpool without a corner in the first half. Both sides have had big chances. 2 big chances for Atalanta, 1 big chance for Liverpool. All 3 big chances missed. Scamacca's goal was not a big chance, according to the stats. And passing wise, Liverpool 350 passes, 84% accurate. Atalanta 142 passes, 66% accurate. But of course, with less passes, their accuracy would be a bit down, of course, at half-time. Right, these are the scores then, as all 4 games are at the halfway point. These are the scores at the moment. AC Milan 1-0 down at home against Roma in that all-Italian match at San Siro this evening. And it is Gianluca Mancini's goal that separates the two sides in San Siro this evening. A fairly even affair in Italy. 11 shots for AC, 2 on target, 7 for Roma, 2 on target. So fairly similar that so far in terms of their attacking output, but nothing to show for it for AC Milan. Roma leading by a goal to 0. In Portugal this evening, Benfica taking on Marseille, the Portuguese side leading by a goal to 0 at the break. Rafa Silva's goal putting Benfica in front. Marseille have been pretty inaccurate in their attacking affairs. Both have had 4 shots, but Marseille without a shot on target in the first half. Benfica 2 shots on target. Benfica having more possession as well, 62% to Marseille's 38% in that first half. Benfica 1, Marseille 0, Bayer Leverkusen 0, West Ham United 0, and Liverpool 0, Atalanta 1 at half time. One other thing that I want to talk about just before the second half gets underway at Anfield in a few moments' time, 6 minutes' time, until the second half gets underway, and a big second half Liverpool need. But they did have chances themselves, and I don't want to completely say that it was an awful half from Liverpool and they don't deserve any credit, because they do. In moments, they were looking a really threatening side, and one, of course, Harvey Elliott, hit the post, hit the crossbar, then hit the post. They've hit the woodwork twice in that first half, Liverpool. Was this from the same shot, a rebound from the crossbar off the post and wide. Then Curtis Jones had a curling effort. Darwin Núñez had a chance. They've had a few opportunities where they could have taken the lead in the game, Liverpool. But when you don't take your chances, you get punished. And Atalanta took their chance, and that is why they lead at half-time. The second half, by the way, from Anfield is on the way in a couple of minutes. Do stay with us here in LFS. Welcome back to Europa League Live. Half-time it is Liverpool 0, Atalanta 1. And don't forget, if you don't want to miss any of the action, to find out who makes it to the semi-finals of the Europa League, the quarter-finals second legs are next Thursday night here on LFS, so you don't want to miss that. Fairly even first halves. Neither of our 8 sides are running away with it just yet. But still another second half to go in all of these games, and we'll be underway at Anfield for the second half in about a moment's time. Do stay with us.
Catch me if I fall.
Welcome back to Europa League Live. Half-time, it is Liverpool 0, Atalanta 1. And just a hint there, as you can see, that Liverpool making a change at half-time because Kostas Tsimikas is coming off and he's going to be replaced by Andy Robertson. So a change at left-back for Liverpool alongside two others. We'll talk about that in a moment. As we're ready to get underway then for the second half. Liverpool will get us underway, kicking towards the Kop end in the second half, and we'll give you the full roster of changes when we have them for you in a moment or two. So we're just awaiting on the whistle. There we have it, and we're underway then for the second half here at Anfield of this Europa League quarter-final first leg between Liverpool and Atalanta, and the visitors with a 1-goal advantage. Just to confirm those changes for you then at half-time: Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott and Kostas Tsimikas, the three changes. Szoboszlai, Salah and Robertson all on to replace them. So big changes at half-time for Jurgen Klopp, and not happy with that first half in terms of output-wise, and that's why he's made those changes. And here comes Szoboszlai, first involvement, chips it across, just a bit short, as in the middle was Darwin Núñez, unfortunately. But a good move, an early chance and first minute, and finding himself in an attacking area was Dominik Szoboszlai there. And those substitutes, are huge for Jurgen Klopp to make at half-time. And we talk about, his impact, or the impact of Liverpool from the bench this season, and how the bench has been so important at times for Liverpool and how impactful they've been. And we'll see if Salah and Szoboszlai and Robertson can all impact the game from the bench tonight. We will see, of course, in this second half. And I would probably hedge my bets in saying that they will, but you never know. As Atalanta trying to break into the box again. Here's Koop Meiners, cuts it back. But again, Pasalic battling, loses out as Konate goes long. Tries to cause Liverpool or to cause Atalanta problems, get Liverpool forward, but they give it away again, Liverpool. But then the ball out of play from a challenge from Cody Gakpo will be an Atalanta throw on the left-hand side. An open start to the half in the second half. It was open at the start of the first half. It's open at the start of the second. Gomez has the throw in for Liverpool here. Núñez to hold it up. Gives it to Salah. Salah with the ball forward. McAllister on the run. Flag stays down. He cuts it back into the box, but neither Salah or Núñez were there, but the flag is up in the end against Alexis McAllister. So interesting, those changes, because I don't think Harvey Elliott or Curtis Jones had a particularly bad half. I mean, Harvey Elliott, the most surprising out of the three substitutes, I would say. Elliott was a real threat and did have a big chance himself and was looking a real threat up front, but maybe the hint was Mo Salah would come on at half-time maybe in this game. Who knows? Maybe it was pre-planned. Who knows what Jurgen Klopp's thoughts about that, or what his thinking was. I'm sure we'll find out. at the end of the game as Nunez trying to squeeze through in the end there. Musso with a clearance. Good work though from Liverpool to win it back. Here's Szoboszlai, gets them on the front foot instantly. Szoboszlai has a shot, takes a deflection, gets Liverpool a corner off Hien. Gets a round of applause from the home crowd. Szoboszlai, making himself a nuisance early in this second half for the Atalanta players. They have a corner. Right hand side, Liverpool. Their first of the game. Szoboszlai to take it. On the right hand side. Right footed out swinging corner. Right across the box. Far too much on that one. Robertson will recover it. He will whip it in with his left. And again, far too much. It will bounce right out to the far side. Szoboszlai to take it down again. Fizzes it across. This time away by Atalanta. Brought down by Gomez. Has to go back to McAllister, who goes back to Kelleher. So a few crosses there from Liverpool. 2 overhit crosses. And then the third one dealt with by Atalanta. As Kelleher's ball forward was just a bit ahead of Andy Robertson there and went out for an Atalanta throw. Alisson, of course, in attendance here. Talking about Caoimhín Kelleher. Alisson's here. He's not involved in the game, but he is in attendance. Of course, has been back in training, Alisson. Or will be back in training fairly shortly if he hasn't been in full team training. According to Jurgen Klopp. But getting a few players back from injury is a positive. Didn't look like that he was hinting towards bringing any of those returnees onto the pitch tonight. In the likes of a Jota or an Alexander-Arnold or even a Bajcetic. Just said that with the extra UEFA allocation in Europe, with your bench, you can have 12 players on the bench compared to 9. That's why he decided to take those players and add them to the bench tonight. Nice work by Gomez. Nunez has kept it in. Stayed in there. Szoboszlai tried to rescue it, try and get a corner. And Atalanta clear their lines, but good physicality from Konate there to beat off Scamacca. Endo. Around the corner to Robertson and space on the left. McAllister. Now allows the run of Robertson. Look at the space here for Robertson. Robertson look for the cross. And we'll get the corner. That's good work from Andy Robertson. Nice link up with McAllister. One give and go there from Andy Robertson. He's got the pace to break down that left hand side. And he did so well there and won Liverpool a corner. Another out-swinging corner, whipped in, headed on and over the bar from the captain Virgil van Dijk there. Just over the bar from the Dutchman. Just got underneath the ball, couldn't get himself up and above it. Maybe just a bit too high. Ended up out for the goal kick to Atalanta, but Liverpool certainly looking more threatening. Konate with a header. Gakpo taken down, but referee says no foul. A good battle as Koopmeiners lays it off to Zappacosta on the right as he fires it forward. De Ketelaere on the chase. Konate following him. Konate battling, loses out, and Endo has to clear it away. But those interchanges from Atalanta still causing Liverpool 1 or 2 problems. This time they dealt with it, Liverpool. Put it out for the throw. The run off the ball. Battle there from Endo, and the referee's given a free kick. He's going to pull it back for a foul and a handball on Endo, I think. Yeah. I mean, he does use his arm, but it's just outside the box. It's kind of just his elbow cascades off, and what a decision by the referee. VAR checking it, of course, but it looks like it was just outside the box, so I don't think it will be a penalty. Just a free kick to Atalanta. And a very good opportunity Lots of bodies in the box, 5 to be exact for Atalanta, to try and meet this cross to come in. Will be Cup Miners and Pasalic over it. Oh, trying to confuse them. There, the two Atalanta players just delaying it there. Cup Miners with a left-footed one and straight into the hands of Kelleher, who tries to fire Liverpool on the break quickly. Gomez down the right, infield again, but Nunez overrun it, and it will be recovered by Pasalic. He gave back to his keeper. Van Dijk does well, gets Liverpool going again. McAllister now, Soberschlei out to the left hand side, finds Robertson. Now Gakpo, Soberschlei down the left to Robertson. Again Atalanta getting back into shape, and Liverpool passing it around to try and open them up. So far they haven't done so. Endo in behind, trying to find the run of Nunez. Nunez battling, does nick the ball back, cuts it back. Gakpo, Salah! Salah! Big save by Musso. Salah had 2 bites of the cherry there. Did get it on target the second time round. After the first time it was blocked. Great persistence from Darwin Nunez. When you think he's just lost it, he nicks it away, keeps it in play, and cuts it back for Salah, who does have the shot on target. And gets Liverpool the corner from the Musso save. Robertson to take. Another delivery into the box from Robertson. Headed on, and this time again into the hands of Musso this time around, who gathers for Atalanta. Looked like it come off his own player there. Hien, I believe. Just seeing the Salah one again. Just did well to find the space, Salah. But a good save by Musso that time. Put it wide for the corner. Still goalless in the other game that we're watching tonight between Leverkusen and West Ham. After 56 minutes, the only Europa League game goalless. Here's Gakpo, caught back, Nunez! Over the bar, but Liverpool are knocking on the door. Well, it seems at the moment it's only a matter of time. Nunez just side-footed it, and as he's leaning back, it finds pure height. And over the bar again, but again Liverpool really offering a lot. And Andy Robertson's really been offering a lot down that left-hand side since coming on. 11 minutes, and he's had a very good performance so far down that left. Offering a lot for Liverpool in that area. As Gomez under pressure here. Nice to see it down the line. Does so. Soberschlei couldn't react there. Gakpo wins it, spins away. McAllister lays it off to Robertson. Looking for options, comes back infield to Endo. McAllister, now Robertson in space, finds Gakpo, who takes it in his stride. Gakpo clipped at the heels, but Gomez, now Salah. Salah with a cross, flicked on by Nunez, but straight into the hands of Musso again, who comes and gathers. But again, Liverpool, combinations are better, finding those spaces, finding those touches. And Liverpool are going to make another change at the moment, it seems. Luis Diaz readying himself on the sidelines, so will be entering the fray momentarily. Here's Scamacca. De Ketelaere. Salah there trying to press it all the way back to Hien. And then De Roon has to go all the way back to Musso, who goes long. Robertson with a header. Tries to get it into the space for Gakpo, but back to Jim City. And it bounces off Gakpo, his clearance, and behind for a goal kick to Atalanta. But again, good pressing by Liverpool. See the signs of them trying to respond. Another change incoming. Luis Diaz, they've already had, in these first 13 minutes of the second half, exactly the same amount of shots that they had in the first half. So more threatening Liverpool indeed in this second half. Konate, ball forward. Again, Gakpo involved. Szoboszlai now has to battle. The ball sent down the line. Scamacca on the cover. Trying to squeeze past Konate, but Konate does really well in the physicality to hold him off. Kelleher under pressure again, and Konate. The flag went up against Scamacca there, but Kelleher put his centre-back under so much pressure unnecessarily. Konate just in a lot of trouble. The offside helped Liverpool out there and got them the free kick. Substitution then for Liverpool, their fourth of the game in total. And it's going to be Darwin Nunez that's going to make way. Luis Diaz is going to replace him. So Nunez off, Diaz on. Gets a round of applause from the home crowd. He's had a few chances tonight, Nunez. Not able to find the net, and that's poor distribution again from Kelleher. No chance for Gomez there to get that. And again, Atalanta win the throw. That's where Liverpool are losing it at the moment. Their distribution from the back is just not at its best. De Ketelaere, Scamacca, 2-0. Flag stays down, and Scamacca doubles Atalanta's lead. What is going on? He couldn't even believe it himself, Scamacca, that he'd scored. Clean connection, lovely cross. Atalanta 2-0 up at Anfield. Shock. Once again, it's been all Liverpool the second half. But we see this again, the break down the right-hand side. Maybe an offside. Maybe. It's tight. The first one is tight, but the second one, I mean, the cross from De Ketelaere is beautiful. And then the connection from Scamacca, first time, finds the bottom left corner. Lovely work from Scamacca. And I don't think there... Maybe a hint of offside, but I don't think it's going to affect. And Liverpool, again caught out down that right-hand side. And Atalanta just cannot believe, whether the fans or the players just cannot believe they're in this position. 2-0 up at Anfield. Here's Gomez. Salah into the box. Just too far ahead. But Liverpool have been poor in moments. And they can only blame themselves for being in this position. Konate battling. Wins that battle again under pressure from Scamacca. Endo. Robertson. Well, Liverpool, coming into this game, had conceded only 2 goals at home in the Europa League this season. They conceded 2 in 1 game here tonight. And they're yet to find the net, which they've done 17 times at home in the Europa League this season. So certainly Atalanta bucking the trend for any of the sides at Anfield. Just seeing the replay of the possible offside. Yeah, it's Konate that plays him onside. And the finish is lovely. Absolutely wonderful from Scamacca. You see the joy in the faces of the Atalanta fans there. What it means. Not many sides have done this. No one has actually done this season at Anfield. Liverpool unbeaten at home this season in all competitions. Here's Luis Diaz. Gomez had to rescue that pass. Van Dijk. Now Diaz in between the lines. Here's Robertson with a run in behind, and the cross. No one there to meet it. And again, Ruggieri has to clear it away for the Liverpool corner. Or the Liverpool throw-in, sorry. Gomez. Now Konate. Van Dijk. Diaz, deeper. Across to Joe Gomez. Very congested in the middle. Liverpool have all their bodies there. Again, Gomez just cannot pass it forward. Again, a misplaced pass by Liverpool, and Atalanta press it and win the free kick. I mean, it's simple errors, basics for Liverpool that's just not happening for them at this moment in time. Wow, wait. Wow, wait. Konate, what an awful header. Goodness me, De Ketelaere, and now Coop Miners misses the target. What an opportunity, but again, Liverpool causing their own problems. Konate, I don't know what he's doing. The header is, I mean, horrendous. Never head it back towards your own goal. Allows the ball forward. Coop Miners with a shot in the end. It's bundled well wide, but another opportunity for Atalanta. Questions will be asked, and rightfully so. Chest by Gakpo. Lovely drag back to keep the ball. Szoboszlai. Now Diaz. Diaz to Szoboszlai. Couldn't find Szoboszlai. Falls to Robertson though. Robertson with a cross. Up into the air. Salah to rescue. Now Gomez. On the right, Joe Gomez. Battling, wins the throw in. Off Ruggieri. "25 minutes to go. Liverpool 0, Atalanta 2 here at Anfield. It's not often, or not rare, that Liverpool go 1-0 down in a game, but very rare that they go 2-0 down in a game, especially at home. Diaz finds Gomez in a bit of space. Lays it off to Salah on the right flank. Salah. Again well marshalled. Ball through the body there. And again cleared away. Atalanta have done really well at that. Gomez with a throw in. Back to Szoboszlai. Konate. Back to Van Dijk. Liverpool need to lean in on their attacking prowess, the pure quality they have up front, to try and help them through this first leg, the home leg, where they thought they could take an advantage to Bergamo next week. The home leg at the moment, it's Atalanta that are going to take the big advantage back home with them for the return leg in a week's time. Updates to tell you about from around the grounds. Aston Villa, there's been a development there. Villa went 2-0 up. John McGinn with the second goal, and Lille have just scored a goal back, so it's 2-1 to Villa at Villa Park. And it is 2-0 to Benfica in their game against Marseille this evening. In that one, the winner of this tie, of course, will play the winner of that tie in the semi-final. Still goalless between Leverkusen and West Ham, and it's the same story. Especially although the second half, 20 minutes gone in the second half, no shots between either side in the second half in Leverkusen. So West Ham denying Leverkusen even shots now in the second half. 25 minutes to go. Can West Ham pull off a huge result away from home in the first leg? We will see. The other English side certainly not doing that at the moment, pulling off a big result, because their opposition tonight have been probably faultless, really, Atalanta, let's be honest. Gomez down the line. And Diaz again out-muscled as Atalanta win the ball back. And Konate, nice Szoboszlai. Gomez trying to commit himself, but again Atalanta get the bounce of the ball and the break of the ball. And they're turning Liverpool inside out here. Scamacca. Now Edison. Why does Zappacosta? Ball into the box. Coop Manners was threatening. Gomez was there battling. And the ball will roll wide. It'll stay in though. Pasalic will pick it up. Back to Durun. Jim City. Now out wide. To Zappacosta. Back to Jim City. All the way back to Hien, who goes back to Musso. Given away by Ruggieri. And now Liverpool in behind again. Gakpo trying to break in the space, but closed down instantly again. Soberschlei now. Endo. Liverpool just not able to break them down at this moment in time. We talk about Liverpool having more of the more of the attempts, but only 2 on target. That's where they're failing. Atalanta, in comparison, have had 5 shots on target. So arguably creating the better of the chances, and they've taken those 2. Where they lead. Musso goes long. Canati with the header. Second ball again. Won by Atalanta. Another thing that Jurgen Klopp kind of highlighted before the game was their ability to need to win second balls, Liverpool. And at times tonight they haven't been good enough at that either. When I look at it, when I analyse it, they just haven't been. When they've won those from the long balls from Atalanta, when they're going long, Liverpool win the first header, but the second ball, try and take it into control and break forward, Liverpool just haven't been able to win those second balls, and that's where the issue comes for them at this moment in time. Seems to be a mess up with the clock there in Germany. I don't know what's going on with the clock. A few issues. There we are. All sorted. Saying they were ahead of us. They're not ahead of us. Slightly behind us. Robertson. Now Diaz. Has space. Salah. Closed down instantly again. Endo to recycle it though. Gomez now. Gomez! Hits it wide. But it was worth a shot because there was no one else in a good space for him to try and find. So, go himself, and not an awful effort by Joe Gomez, but not on target either. Just to confirm, by the way, Lille's goal has been disallowed at Villa Park, so Villa do still lead by 2-0 in that one. And it is another goal in the game between Benfica and Marseille have got a goal back against Benfica, so their 2-goal lead that Angel Di Maria gave them has been pegged back. Marseille back in the game. So, fairly close. Gomez for Liverpool. Endo, heavy first touch. Does get the pass off though. Robertson. Gakpo with the first touch. Closed down by Hien again. Diaz trying to run for challenges, but again Atalanta steal it away. Robertson, or McAllister, sorry, wins it back. Diaz on the back foot again. And then now here come Atalanta on the break. De Ketelaere. Zappacosta, closed down by McAllister. I think Liverpool are just rushing at the moment. And that was the kind of the analysis of the United game at the weekend. They were rushing. When they were behind, they were panicking and thinking, oh no, we need to move quickly, or we need to kind of rush things. But at times, they just need to play their game. Just play those short passes, play that pass and move football, and then find those spaces, break them down. And I think Jota's going to come on here. It looked like Jota was warming up, so that might be Liverpool's 5th and final change of the night. Diogo Jota to give them one last roll of the dice here at home in an attacking area. All the talk of how they've missed Diogo Jota this last few weeks, month or so, that Jota's been injured. It's all about Liverpool trying to cut the deficit, really, to make sure that they don't find themselves out of the tie or in a very difficult position heading to Italy next week. Gomez again. Salah pass was short. Gomez had to stretch for it and ended up losing it. And then Atalanta tried to break down the left, but well marshalled by Van Dijk to win it back. But again, space for Robertson though. Kept in by Gakpo on the left. McAllister. And now Konate. And then Liverpool, again, the space nowhere to be seen. Caught in possession is Endo. 3-on-2 here for Atalanta. Scamacca on a hat-trick. Scamacca into the box trying to find De Ketelaere, but comes off Konate and into the hands of Kelleher. Liverpool, poor again. Have to say, it's not been anywhere near Liverpool's best game tonight. Far from it. They've been off the ball massively. Started both halves well, but drifted out completely in both halves. And this second half has absolutely flown by. 74 minutes gone. Around about 15 to go. And coming on will be Diogo Jota to try and get a goal for Liverpool to cut their deficit in this game. As Gomez wins them a throw-in. Don't forget, Liverpool back in action here at Anfield at the weekend in our next game. Sunday at 2 o'clock as they take on Crystal Palace here in the Premier League. 2 o'clock kickoff, followed by Aston Villa's trip to Arsenal as well at 4:30. So, 2 huge games on Sunday. Substitution then for Liverpool. Endo coming off, and it will be Jota coming back on. And a welcome return to the Liverpool side, which gets an applause from the Anfield crowd here inside Anfield tonight. As Jota back in the fray. And back involved. Here's his first touch. Jota on the right. Spins his man instantly. De Roon. Jota breaks into the box. Goes down. Referee will give a free kick. Just took a moment or two to make his decision there, the referee, whether it would be a penalty or a free kick. But I think free kick's the right decision. Edge of the box. It is outside the box, that challenge from Ruggieri. So foul on Jota. Free kick to Liverpool. Instant impact from the Portuguese. And Ruggieri with the yellow card as well. And his song sung within about 20 seconds of him coming onto the pitch, Jota. Already hearing his song sung around this stadium. Another set piece for Liverpool. They've been threatening from set pieces. Corners have looked their best opportunities at times. A few headers. Szoboszlai and Robertson over this free kick then for Liverpool. Szoboszlai lifts it to the back post. Headed away by Atalanta. Gomez to rescue it. Gomez from distance. Maybe a bit naive there, a bit unnecessary for him to shoot from distance. Just saw his man slip as he was breaking out there, and Gomez decided to hit one, but there's no need to do that. And Jurgen Klopp went absolutely mad on the sidelines at that decision from Joe Gomez to take the shot from there. Free throw in for Atalanta there. Gomez just getting a clip on that ball with his head. There's only one corner of the stadium that's bouncing at the moment, and that's the visiting side. They're absolutely loving their night, the Atalanta fans. Can you blame them? As Atalanta give it away, though. Here's Diaz on the break. Through the middle. Jota was trying to run through, but closed down was Isak Ian. Allowed his keeper to come for it and block off Jota. But Atalanta tonight, defensively for them tonight, they've been very, very good. And they've kind of stifled Liverpool on a couple of occasions. They're just 2 shots on target tonight. And that's credit to them massively. Jota. Gakpo. Now Robertson on the run. Look at the space for Robertson here. Robertson. Salah gets a goal. But he won't get a goal because he's offside. Really good move by Liverpool, but Salah offside. Halting the celebrations. Robertson with a lovely run. And Salah, yeah, he's well offside there. Just too quick with the run. Unfortunate. There's a hint there. Close but no cigar. Although they are checking this VAR, and I think they're checking for a possible push. I don't know what they're I don't know why they're checking it. He's offside. The check is complete. Unnecessary that, maybe. Musso goes long again, but maybe a hint that Liverpool can find the back of the net. There's going to be a free kick, though, to Atalanta. Konate deemed to have committed a foul. So a free kick will go the visiting side's way again. It just comes off the hand of Konate there, it seems, inadvertently. So, is the correct decision? 10 minutes to go. Liverpool 0, Atalanta 2. Scamacca with both goals, on a hat-trick, of course. And now they have another set piece. Liverpool, if they can't make it any better, they must not make it any worse, I'm sure, at this late stage. Free kick, whipped into the box. Header at the back post, across. Headed over the bar from Scamacca. Not too far away. Well worked set piece from Atalanta, and Scamacca in the box, just heading it slightly over. Inches away from a hat-trick at Anfield. There, Gianluca Scamacca. Musso with the long kick again. Konate couldn't head it. Bounces, but he will get the free kick, Konate, as he's deemed to have been fouled by Scamacca that time. 10 minutes at Anfield to go. It could be a decisive 10 minutes in which of these two sides could progress. At the moment, Atalanta certainly the favourites, but Liverpool are, at the start of the night, coming into this round, were the favourites to lift this trophy at the end of the season. 81 minutes later, and they could find themselves in a very difficult spot, heading to Italy next week, needing a big win. Otherwise, their hopes of lifting this trophy will be ended. Jota battling there, holding off his man, and winning the free kick there, Diogo Jota, around the halfway line. Even one goal for Liverpool would be huge. Cutting the deficit to just one to take to Bergamo next week. Remember, they haven't lost at home this season, Liverpool, in any competition. But what an awful ball by Szoboszlai. Gives it away. Scamacca tries to play it through. Here's a chance. Citizen. Save it in. Bundled by the Liverpool keeper, Quivin Kelleher. And a third goal for Atalanta. And it's Pasalic who fires it home. And Atalanta are on cloud 9. In dreamland at Anfield. Liverpool 0, Atalanta 3. And it's gone from bad to worse for Jurgen Klopp's team. Trying to push for a goal to give them a bit of a consolation to take next week. And they end up making it even worse for themselves. Pasalic the beneficiary. Atalanta have done a number on Liverpool tonight, and they have caused their own problems time and time again, and they've only themselves to blame. Liverpool 0, Atalanta 3. Terrible display from the home side tonight, but wonderful from the visitors, who find themselves in a massive lead and a huge opportunity to cause a huge upset in the Europa League this season. And Anfield silenced. Bergamo will be buzzing next week. Here's Gakpo though. Robertson chips one off the line by Ruggieri. And now given away by Liverpool again in midfield. Scamacca. Here's Koopmeiners. Will not run for it though. Koopmeiners will just see it out to the left, and Kanate will win it back. Salah. Diaz with a awful ball, and Gakpo kept himself onside there. Gakpo. Robertson. Goal in Leverkusen. Shot from distance there from Liverpool, on target, saved. Goal in Leverkusen. The deadlock has been broken. 27 shots later, and Bayer Leverkusen have taken the lead. West Ham United's resolute defence breached after 83 minutes. And it is Jonas Hoffmann to give Leverkusen the lead. Bayer Leverkusen 1, West Ham United 0. Jota. That ball to Diaz is off. Off again. Wowee. Not even the most optimistic of Atalanta fans would have predicted this before kick-off. No one inside Anfield, I'm sure, was expecting this scoreline after 85 minutes. But that's reality. That's quarter-finals of European football for you, no matter what competition, no matter what opposition. Liverpool have been second best all night. This season, no discredit to what they've done this campaign though so far, Liverpool, but tonight they have been so far off it. They do not deserve anything, even a draw out of this result tonight. Nowhere near it. Atalanta have been by far the better of the side, and Gasperini and his team deserve a massive bit of credit because they have torn Liverpool a new one. And Liverpool, at the moment, struggling. Really struggling. To even be competitive in moments. But Liverpool, they need probably a Barcelona-style comeback if they're going to want it. They don't have the Anfield effect to try and do it. Find themselves 3-0 down in the first leg. They'll need to win 4-0 or more in the second leg if they're going to want to rescue this and try and see their way to the semi-finals. But again, they can only blame themselves. That's as simple as it can be. As simple as you can take. But Liverpool have been nowhere near it. And can't blame anyone other than themselves for this tonight. And the second favourites before kick-off to try and lift this trophy this season, to win this competition, Leverkusen, give themselves a lead to take to East London, or East London, sorry, next week at the London Stadium. West Ham have done a stellar job to hold them for such a long time, but a goal comes Leverkusen's way, which would give them a bit of an advantage to take to London next week. And Liverpool again in the box, but again not on target. Nowhere near the target. Poor again. At goal at Villa Park, Aston Villa 2-0 up. Lille had thought they'd given themselves a goal back earlier in the game. They now have Bafode Diakite with the goal inside the last 5 minutes. Has given them a bit of a rescuer there, Lille. So it is 2-1 at Villa Park. Substitution coming for Atalanta. De Ketelaere coming off. And Miranchuk coming on as his replacement. Robertson. To the last minute of the 90 inside Anfield, and probably the flattest of atmospheres inside Anfield probably this season. Silenced the home crowd tonight by the visiting team. And this will be Liverpool's first home defeat of the season. Unbeaten to this point. It will be their only the second time this season that they failed to score in any game. The only other game they failed to score this season was Manchester United at home in a 0-0 draw. They haven't lost without scoring this season, Liverpool, which, I mean, they haven't lost many games this season. Only 2 to count for in terms of league form. All of their defeats up to this point have come away from home. This will be a massive blow. 3 added minutes inside Anfield. Maybe is enough time for maybe Liverpool to try and rescue a goal, but the way they're playing, not really expecting it. Although Gakpo's here. Forward, Jota! Not even he can get it on target there. Jota's header goes wide. It's just not Liverpool's night. Jota again in there in the box, threatening, causing problems. But he couldn't get his header on target, Jota. Goal kick to Atalanta. Goes long. Van Dijk with a header. Jota follows it up, brings it down, does Gakpo, spins away from his man, finds space for Diaz, bit of space here. Diaz again. Too slow on the ball, waiting for openings, just have to move it quicker there, Liverpool, and Atalanta recover beautifully to nick it back to their keeper. Jurgen Klopp, I'm sure, stunned on the sidelines. An incredible night for Atalanta, one of their most memorable results, I'm sure, especially away from home. A team that has come to Anfield knowing that this side have been unbeaten on this ground this season, but that has not affected them. They've played their game, they've played it to an absolute tee, and Liverpool have been torn to bits in moments in this game. And complete credit goes to Atalanta and their approach, as Liverpool have a late corner. Another goal in Leverkusen. And maybe a bit of floodgates opening, but not much in this late stage. 2-0 to Leverkusen in their game. So even further, much of an advantage to take to the away leg next week. And it is Boniface with a 91st minute goal to add to the home side's lead. As Liverpool come try and threaten from this corner. Still bouncing around the box. Atalanta do clear their lines. Gomez to recycle. Szoboszlai, last minute, last opportunity really for Liverpool to get a goal. Szoboszlai chips it to the back post. Jota in the box, cuts it back. Diaz takes a touch. Look at Luis Diaz trying to squeeze his way through, but running into bodies. Gakpo battling, and then Atalanta steal it away, as now Keller has to come and puts it straight out of play, and that will surely be that. And there it is, the final whistle, and a dreamlike night for Atalanta. on the road in Europe. The quarter-final first leg comes to an end, and Liverpool, before kick-off, the favourites to win this competition. They now find themselves in a very difficult position to even find themselves in a semi-final. Liverpool, well beaten at home. They're first defeated on this ground this season, and at the hands of a resolute, confident and a fantastically performing Atalanta side. Gianluca Scamacca with 2, and the third a gift to Pasalic. Liverpool can only blame themselves to find them in this position tonight, but full credit goes to Atalanta, taking their opportunities and making Liverpool look average at very best. Final score from Anfield in this quarter-final first leg. It is Liverpool 0, Atalanta 3. Wow. What a result at Anfield tonight. Of the other 3 quarterfinals, first leg still ongoing elsewhere, and we'll run you right to the finish in all of those games tonight. This is where we stand. There is where we stand at the moment. It's just finished in Leverkusen as well. Leverkusen seeing out a comfortable good victory in the end, considering up to the 83rd minute it was goalless in that one, but 2 goals laid on from Hoffman and Boniface, converting for Leverkusen to give them a 2-goal lead to take to West London next week. 13 shots on target for Leverkusen, 33 shots in total. Absolutely dominated West Ham and got the result that they duly deserved in the end. Into added time in Benfica as well, with their lead Marseille by 2-1, and Milan still trail by 1-0 against Roma, as they've just entered added time as well. But one thing is for sure, the second legs will be exciting, but Liverpool will have a lot of work to do if they want to see themselves in a semi-final. At the moment, Atalanta are in the driving seat. They're in control. Their fans are loving this trip to Liverpool this week, and one of their biggest results in at least their recent club history. Full credit to the manager and the team. They have made Liverpool look very average. Very, very average. And Liverpool failing to score at home for only the second time this season. An unbeaten run at home in all competitions comes to an end. Atalanta, the victors at Anfield, the first team to do that this season. Right, the quarter-final first legs all coming to a close, and that is it from us tonight. The celebrations will continue at Anfield, not for the home crowd, for the away kind of allocation. Atalanta tonight is their night. The blue side have the victory, and they are enjoying this and will sink in this victory, I'm sure, in the coming days. They will soak in this wonderful feeling, and we will find out whether they can complete the job next Thursday. For now, they have the 3-goal lead to take to Bergamo next week. For now, though, have a very good night. Night.
Catch me if I fall.